morning! We are heading out of Salta on our way up to the Puna, up to the Andes Highlands, one of the biggest salt flats in Argentina, known as Olaros or Sales de Jujuy. And we're going to be doing some logging, and it's midwinter, so it's going to be great fun. I'm with Hector. Hector's driving.
Hello.
So hey, we're going to be having some fun up in, well, we're expecting temperatures of about 15 below zero. So we have like as many layers of clothing on as we can physically fit. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so we're just starting our run up into the mountains. This is a very long climb. So we're climbing from around 1,000 meters above sea level up to 4,600 meters. Stop on the route to refuel with energy in a restaurant called Los Patitos, which means the ducks. Hello. Right, so let's go and have a look, see what's on the menu. Excellent. Looks good. So, after eating a llama meat stew, we're ready to hit the mountains. Well, the higher part of the mountains. We've been warned by the locals here in San Antonio de los Cobres that the weather up there is horrific. Whatever. Good morning, here we are in Sales de Jujuy, and it's minus 17 degrees. But fortunately the sun has come out, and there's not much wind at the moment. It's pretty calm, so we're pretty fortunate. It's extremely cold though. But anyway, just waiting for some paperwork, and we'll be heading out onto the well site. Well, we waited the entire day to get our paperwork done, which we did. We then did the health and safety and whatever risk analysis exam and failed it, and then retook it and got it right the second time. Then we were told that we've got a problem. Well, we haven't got a problem, the drillers have a problem with the well, and some parts are broken and they're trying to get it fixed. Basically we couldn't do anything today, so we're in our room. Hector's over here chilling out as well, and we just basically not much else we can do today. Get a bit of acclimatized basically, because we're up at 4,000 meters, and it's pretty difficult to suddenly start work at this altitude, because there's less air pressure. Your head kind of wants to explode. But anyway, you kind of get used to it, but it's a bit annoying, and you kind of feel fatigued and exhausted all the time.
But anyway, it's kind of part of working in this part of the world. It's very high, very remote, very cold. It's outside. It's approximately minus 12 degrees at the moment and dropping. In the morning, it's about minus 17, minus 18. So it's pretty nippy. But anyway, we'll get this hopefully up and running tomorrow. See what the drillers can do overnight. They're working overnight to try and get this problem fixed. And if we can get it done, if they can fix the problem, then fantastic. So one of the side effects of working these kinds of altitudes is the kind of splitting headaches that you get. Basically, it's a combination of lack of oxygen and the change in pressure, and your kind of head just throbs, and it's pretty nasty. So we take these. Sometimes these are pills that are basically, actually these are Bolivian. They're pretty good. They basically help thin the blood, basically, so that it circulates better, and they do a pretty good job in removing most of the side effects. But sometimes even that doesn't work, and so I take these as well, which are migraine tablets. So keeps most of the side effects under control, but there are days that are pretty horrific, and when you most feel it is at night. So when you try to go to sleep, you wake up in the night, the atmosphere is extremely dry, all your nose, your mouth is completely dry, you're dehydrated, and you've got this throbbing headache, feeling kind of nauseous. It's pretty difficult. You kind of get used to it, but it takes the edge off, and the next morning you wake up with a splitting headache. It's not exactly ideal, but the altitude leaves you very weak. You just can't do the same things you do at 3,000 meters lower down, but you just have to take it steady and just start working, and slowly the sort of pain in your head disappears, and you slowly get accustomed to it. But normally by the time you get accustomed to it, we're heading back out. So it's just something you have to deal with. It's midnight and I have a headache. I can't sleep. Lovely. Morning.
Morning. We were hoping to head out straight away to the well this morning, but I'm afraid there's a bit of a delay again. So they say that it'll be ready sometime after 4 o'clock, which only gives us about 2 hours of daylight, which makes life a bit difficult. But maybe we'll get something today. We'll at least set the gear up so that we can make a quick start tomorrow morning. So once again, on standby. Right, we're just going to go and take the vehicle and the equipment onto the salt flats, get it set up, and hopefully by the end of the day they will have finished the well and we can start logging, maybe tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. Just got one slight problem. Yes, excellent! Got it started. Poor thing, sitting in the cold. Anyway, ready to go.
There we go, being escorted out onto the salt flats. This is our rig site. That's it. Hector's first job as the boss.
Good morning once again from the frozen Andes Highlands. We had a really good run yesterday. We got all of the logs done that we needed to, and so this morning we're going to be running the BMR 90, and then hopefully we can clear out. We've been here a week now, so it's plenty long enough. It's a beautiful place, but it's a place you just want to visit briefly and then go again. It's pretty inhospitable. They wake up every morning with a blasting headache, but anyway, looks great on Facebook. You know, get a photo, stick it out there, but then get out of here. It's just not a place you want to be for too long. So anyway, let's hope things work out extremely well today, and we can be heading off back down to sea level again. So after 2.5 hours of waiting, getting paperwork sorted, we're now beginning our first log. It's going extremely well, doing an FTC gamma ray run, 450 meters, and the climate's pretty cold. The air is extremely cold. We're about -10 degrees, but the sun's come out, which makes a big difference. And yeah, it's actually pretty good logging conditions. We've been in a lot worse before. It's very little wind, which makes a huge difference. So there we are. There's the rig behind me, and there's our logging unit working hard. So excellent. New Zealandis is on the job. So there's a view of our logger cabin. There's Hector out there just preparing one of the tools, and BMR 90 ready to go. So yeah, yesterday we had a really good day. The well has a part where the clay's starting to close up again. The hole gets reduced in diameter at that point, and sometimes the tools can get stuck. So that's the only concern we have today, really. The BMR 90, as you can see, is quite a bit bigger than some of the other tools we've been using. So we're hoping that it will go past the restriction zone, which is about 200 meters down, and then we can log back up again. So we'll see, but yeah, hopefully it'll work out, and then we can pack up and head off back home. There we go. There goes the beast. BMR 90 ready to go. Okay, so we're hanging the BMR in the hole, but the magnetic field is so strong that it sticks to the side. We can't actually, you can try and pull it away and it still sticks. So that's one of the difficulties of working with the BMR 90. Anyway, let's get it down the hole and away from the casing, and hopefully it'll go down with no problems. Okay, so we're sending the tool down to below the metal casing, just to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the magnetic field. Yeah, I'm afraid we've come to a restriction in the well. Basically, it's a clay horizon which has basically closed the well and made it impossible for the tool to get past. We've tried several times. I'm afraid we're going to have to log from that point upwards, and then the drillers are going to come through, clean up that section, probably go all the way down to the bottom, recirculate, and then we're going to have to come back tomorrow morning and log the remaining section. So just things that happen. So here we are. We got the afternoon off because we love being here on the salt flats. Really, honest to God. I'm afraid we've got to wait while the guys re-drill, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning to do the last 100 meters. So meanwhile, back to the camp. Well, we're on our last run now. BMR 90 slowly climbing up. We deliberately do it as slow as possible to get maximum resolution. Keep our clients happy with the data that we're giving them. So unfortunately it takes quite a long time. But anyway, we'll be finishing, we reckon, about 5 o'clock this afternoon. So hopefully we'll be able to head off back to the base and head off back home again. Yeah, it's been a bit slow, this job, particularly because the rig had several problems, and we had to wait literally 4 days for them to sort these issues out. So yeah, it's not ideal, especially up here. Splitting headache as usual, but anyway, finally we'll be packing up later on and heading out. So yeah, it's been a bit of a long trip, but yeah, the results have been good, so that's what counts. So allow me to introduce you to the hardest working member of the Zealandis team. This is Bob. So Bob is a third world version of a wireline cleaner, but Bob is always on the job.
We are out of here. 8 days of logging. Exhausting.
Oxygen.
Yeah, we need oxygen. Catch you later.